Okay, so today we are going to be assembling and reviewing this recliner here that the company did send to me. You can see this is basically how it comes right out of the box. So no screws or anything are required. You can see these just go through and attach using those little brackets here. Those just go through and kind of slide in to place. So I'm going to go through and assemble this, let you know what that process is like. This is like the full recliner here. Then it has all the electronics here as well. So I want to go through and test all those different things. We're going to be sticking it right in that corner, perfect little spot for it. So let's go through and yeah, get this thing all assembled. So the first thing you want to do is grab one of these cushions right here, and there's a little Velcro edge right along this edge. Just go through and stick that on the side there. And then you can see there's a little zipper running along here, so you can go through and attach that. So do that on both sides of the cushion. So next we're going to grab the wires here, the red and the white, and then match these up with the back recliner. So go through and plug those in, or what you can do is you can kind of have these stick out, but we're going to go through and plug these in here real quick before we attach the rest of them. So we're just going to attach this on here, and then we can go through and grab this part, and then these literally just slide into this little, see those little brackets there? It's probably hard to see on the camera, but they just slide right in. Super easy to do. Just get it in that right spot. Just like that, and then slide it in. Make sure it locks in, and you are good to go. We'll come back to these wires here in just a minute. But you see that thing kind of covers up the back there as well. Okay, so next we're going to take these little side panels right here. You can see they're labeled left and right, so you know which way they go. And these just slide into this little bracket here. So you can see there's this bracket here and this one here. You want to make sure that the padding is in the front here, so we want to go this way. And then you kind of want to move the cushion to the side a little bit, and then line it up as best as you can. And then just like that, just slide it in, and you are good to go. Okay, and then the last thing, of course, is go through and plug this in. Now, we already went through and plugged in the red and white wires, so now we actually need to go through and plug in the power. So underneath the chair, so there's these two, there's these ones up here, but then underneath the chair, you'll see a little cord that looks something like this. You want to go through and plug that in and make sure that's locked into place. So we're going to go through and plug that in, and then this just goes through and locks in there. And then this, of course, goes through and plugs into the wall. And then this is for, there's two different powers. One's for, I think, the massager, and another one's for like the actual chair, power to the chair. So we'll go through and test that here in a minute. But then this one just goes through and plugs in right here. And then you have the actual remote here, which I'm going to go through and show you all the functionality on that. That goes through and plugs in right here. Make sure you get that aligned right, top right there. And then we're going to go through and plug this thing in, and we're ready to actually give it a test. Okay, so this is what the chair looks like when it is all assembled here. You can see it's a good, really plush kind of chair. Lots of cushioning all around. You do have a cup holder on both sides. It does go through and rock this way and this way. Over here you have a USB and USB-C charger here, so you can go through and charge your phone. This right here actually goes through and opens up the chair lift, so you can go through and relax and lean it back the seats here, and you can see it leans this back as well. So this thing goes back pretty far. And then this does have the full swivel, so it's like a 360 swivel underneath, so you can go through and move it back and forth any kind of way. So now I actually want to go through and show you the remote functionality here as well, because there's a lot that this can do with the remote. Okay, and for reference on like the size of this thing, so I am 6 foot, 190 pounds, and this thing fits me perfectly. It's perfect for smaller or bigger bodies. Now, it does have this remote here, and I wanted to go through the functionality here with the remote. So let me get this a little bit closer here. So you can see with this, it will go through and it will actually massage pretty much everywhere. But you can see there is the on and off button, so you go through and turn this thing on or off. This is what it looks like when it's off, and this is what it's when it's on. I actually think if you hold it down, I don't know if that turns off. Yeah, it's just off right now with that button. So this turns on, and then you can see the cord is plenty long, which is nice. And then you go through and hide it kind of here if you wanted to, so you don't even really see the cord. I like that it is attached to the couch so you don't lose it. And then here you can see you have the intensity, so you can have a high, medium, or low intensity. And this just goes through and it basically kind of vibrates on the back here on the bum, and then even down on the legs a little bit is where you'll feel it. So you can go through and give it a higher intensity. Now I wouldn't say it's like a massage chair, it's more like a vibration coming through, so just keep that in mind. But here you can go through and change the mode as well if you wanted more kind of a continuous vibration or a massage, and then there's 5 different modes here basically. And then on top of that, you do have a heat. So you can turn the heat on or off, which is really nice. So you have a heated seat, and then you can change the time interval between 10, 20, and 30 minutes with this remote. So overall, giving you my final thoughts on this thing, I'm gonna go through and turn that off. I am extremely happy with this. So I think that not only is this chair super comfortable, but it is also like very functional. And the fact that you have 2 cup holders here, and then it swivels all the way through, you can recline back, and then you have the USB and USB-C ports here, along with the forward and back electronic motion here. I really enjoy this swivel chair, would definitely recommend it to anybody who's looking for one. Just to give you a closer look at the material here, in case you are wondering, it's kind of like a, I don't know how to describe it, but super soft material on this thing.